Matthew McGreevy first met Philip when he was 10 years old at his theater group, after which Philip quickly became Matthew's mentor who guided him through the entertainment industry. When he was 15, Philip started publicly following Matthew on Twitter, which Matthew thanked him for. Shortly thereafter, Matthew became a T-boy at This Morning and did lots of segments with both Philip and Holly, and he was very popular with viewers.
Philip, thank you so much.
I'll see you in 3 years.
See you in 3 years. Wonder what we'll both be doing then.
Well, if I'm still getting away with it, I'll be a happy man.
Great. Amazing. Cheers, mate. Thank you.
Well, I mean, that was very good, actually.
However, people at ITV thought it was strange how this young man got such a high-profile job. They also thought his very close connection with Philip was strange, since Philip was so much older than him. According to former This Morning regular Katie Hopkins, it was This Morning presenter Ruth Langsford who ended up filing a complaint against Philip.
For the longest time, something very strange was going on between Philip and a very young showrunner. So much so that they went out for dinner and this runner was on all of Philip's shows, and Uncle Philip used to give him some very special attention at quite a young age, at which point Ruth, who also used to be on the show before she was binned, put in a complaint about certain behaviours that were never then talked about.
Here we have footage of Ruth and her husband Eamon talking to Matthew in a This Morning segment. Ruth's complaint was allegedly so credible that Matthew was indeed fired from This Morning shortly after, but Philip mysteriously kept his job while Ruth was later also dismissed. When Matthew was fired from This Morning, he allegedly became bitter and wanted to tell all to a tabloid for a huge sum of money. He was also allegedly going to admit that the relationship was inappropriate, although it is unknown how old Matthew exactly was when the alleged relationship started. Because of this, Philip decided to get ahead of it and come out after being in the closet for over 30 years.
With the strength and support of my wife and my daughters, I've been coming to terms with the fact that I am gay. And I think it's really important to stress as well that you haven't had your hand forced here at all.
This is my decision.
This is your decision.
This is my decision.
Although it was said that he came out on his own accord, many people started to suggest he did it under duress. Skeptics included legendary actress Joan Collins, who was quickly shut down by Piers Morgan for hinting at the story.
What was the reason that he suddenly felt that he had to go public with this when a lot of people already knew? I mean, we also
there have been
knew.
some rumors of inappropriateness, but they're unsubstantiated.
I mean inappropriateness.
Well, we know.
Now that Philip has been fired, many other unsubstantiated stories are coming out about him. Somebody implied that he has an apartment in Southwark that he has the boys over to, whatever that means. And of course, there is also the recent conviction of his brother, which didn't help Philip's credibility.